The episode begins with Cain and the king, where the king is reading a letter from the first king. The king finds it hard to believe, and Cain informs him that he created a separate world and has been living for it. Cain then gives him a sword, astonishing the king, as it is the katana that was believed to have been used by the first king. The letter states that the first king trained Cain in a very rigorous manner, making him traverse a forest filled with evil monsters and engage in simulated battles until he collapsed every day. Cain was then forced to train day and night for 5 years. The king couldn't believe it, as he had never spent 5 years with them, and they mock him. Afterwards, a young boy tells Cain that while he was away, the Adventurers Guild sent them a message stating that he forgot to accept the required mission to be promoted to rank A. If he doesn't act on it, his registration will be cancelled. Cain is shocked by what he hears and quickly goes to the guild to speak with the guildmaster. He asks him about the cancellation of his registration, and the guildmaster explains that he was worried because Cain hadn't accepted any missions. Cain apologizes and explains that he has been busy since he started at the academy, along with other matters. The guildmaster tells him that Tijuana was very sad when he left for another place, as she couldn't engage in simulated battles and her accumulated love might explode. Cain apologizes again regarding the cancellation of his registration. When he is promoted to rank A, the guildmaster informs him that there is a mission he must accomplish, and its deadline is approaching. He needs to hurry, or his registration may be cancelled. Cain agrees to accept the mission immediately. The guildmaster asks him to deal with a group of bandits who appear on the road from Gracia to the royal capital. They are a group of about 10 or so, and he asks about Cain's ability to handle the situation. Cain, being the strongest person in the capital, decides to investigate the matter. He uses his strength and flies in the sky to search for the bandits. He finds them blocking the road for a lady and lands to save her, only to discover that the bandits are his former teachers. One of his teachers is injured, and he uses his power to heal her. She thanks him but believes that their numerical superiority is too great. The bandits continue to mock Cain, claiming that he is still a small child who cannot defeat them, suggesting that young children should stay at home with their parents. Enraged by their words, Cain decides to make them pay for hurting his teacher, Millie. The bandits attack him, and Cain swiftly takes them down one by one, revealing his tremendous power until they are all defeated and lying on the ground. At the end, the two teachers thanked Cain for what he had done for them and asked him about what he was doing there. He told them that he had been assigned a mission by the Adventurers Guild, which surprised them as he was still only 12 years old and able to accomplish all that. Then he showed them his rank A card, shocking them even more because he had jumped from rank B and C to rank A. He recently registered with the guild, where submission missions are only for those with rank C or higher. He explained to them that certain circumstances had led to him receiving a mandatory promotion to rank A, which was truly remarkable. They understood how he was able to easily deal with the highway robbers and asked him what he would do with them. He assured them not to worry about that, as he held the rank A position and could handle it. Afterward, Cain returned to the city, surprising everyone with what he had done. Then Parma graduated and rejoiced at having Cain with her father. She noticed a carriage full of people and asked Cain about it. He explained that they were highway robbers who had been captured in a mission by the Adventurers Guild. Her father told her that they had rescued them when they were attacked on their way to the capital. Cain replied that the people who attacked them were the same ones who were captured in the mission. Parma spoke to him, saying that they had a day off from school, yet he was assigned such a strenuous task, and she was sure he also had Baron's work to do. This surprised the girl, and she told Cain that she couldn't talk to him as an old friend anymore, she had to address him as Baron. He told her not to do that and that she and her father were still Cincinnatus to him. Now it's time to report to the guild. Then he left, leaving them behind. We see Cain at the guild, speaking to the receptionist. He handed her Sabinus's certificate confirming the submission, and she was astonished. She said she would immediately inform the guild's president. Then we see those people talking to the girls, asking them to go on a tour around the capital. They wanted to go out and have some fun. Cain went to them and said, "Have you left them and come here now?" Then the boys remembered Cain and became fearful, screaming a lot. Claude appeared and went to Cain, saying that most adventurers faced a tough time with a group like this. Cain replied that they were bothering his friends. Then Claude was surprised because his younger sister, Millie, turned out to be their companion. She was more surprised that Cain knew them. Millie replied that they were her teachers since she was in the 5th grade. They went to the restaurant, and Claude asked why they had all gathered today. They told him that Cain had appeared and was on a mission. Accompanying them, the highway robbers were severely beaten. Claude was amazed and asked Cain how he was promoted to rank A so quickly. He mentioned that he had registered just a few days ago, but with his strength, he shouldn't be surprised. Cain was the only student who withstood him during the exams. Millie was surprised, and Claude mentioned that Cain even reached rank A using only his sword without any magic. He told them not to bring up the claim of insult against him, as he was a noble. Millie told him that he was full of surprises and asked how he became so powerful. Cain thought to himself that he couldn't tell her that he had trained under the person. Millie then said that he killed dragons even as a young child. Claude exclaimed in surprise that they were red dragons with rank S. They were real monsters. They said that Cain had given them the magical bags. The girl asked him how many things can it hold. Then she asked Cain where he got these things from. He replied that he made them himself. Cain hesitated but eventually told her that he made the magical bags himself. However, he was reluctant to reveal that they could hold an entire palace. After learning the truth from her husband's sister, she was amazed by this extraordinary ability and wondered how he managed to create something like that. She asked him to make one for her as well, and Cain agreed. Lena was overjoyed because the bag could hold a tremendous amount of things. Then Cain remembered that he had school the next day and didn't have time to make the bag. He had taken a whole week off recently, and now he had to attend school regularly. Claude was surprised since Cain came from a high-class background, so why did he have to go to school when he possessed such remarkable abilities and held the rank A position? Cain explained that there was still much he didn't know about the academy, and he needed to continue his studies to excel. Cain went to school the next day, and Rhea was very nervous. When asked what was wrong, she informed them that the instructor who was supposed to teach them adventure lessons wouldn't be coming, because he had suffered a serious injury and a broken leg. They were in need of an emergency replacement. Claude thought about it and asked her to tell him more about the situation. It seemed like he would be the substitute instructor. We now move to the academy, where the teacher and some students, including Cain, are present. The teacher instructs them to hit the targets with all their might and to inform her if they make any mistakes. Cain was extremely excited as he wanted to try the training he had learned from Yuya. However, before long, the teacher noticed Cain and learned that he wouldn't be participating in this training because his abilities were unique and surpassed the others. He had the potential to destroy the training grounds just like he had done before. She also mentioned that the school's headmaster had instructed her not to worry about him as he could pass the tests, even if he didn't do them at this time. We see Claude, his wife, and siblings observing the situation from a distance. Claude mentions that Cain doesn't fit in with the others because his strength far exceeds theirs. He then informs them about the plan they discussed the previous day, which will be executed today. Now we transition to the classroom where the teacher introduces herself as Bogen, their adventure instructor. Her specialty is vanguard swords. At this moment, Claude and his siblings enter, surprising the students who already knew them. Bogen informs the students that Claude is a rank C adventurer, while Lena and Lena are rank A adventurers. She also mentions that Millie and Nina, who are also present, are rank B adventurers and they are here to train them today. Cain is surprised because they didn't inform him last night that they were coming. Claude reveals that they were all registered as adventurers. Everyone then presents their adventurer cards, except for Cain, who didn't do so because his card is gold and it would reveal that he is extraordinary and how he achieved the rank A position. They would be shocked to learn about it. Claude asks him where his card is, and Cain responds that he forgot it at home, making sure Claude doesn't forget it again. We now move to the large arena. Afterwards, the students begin engaging in mock battles with the teachers, and Cain is very excited and participates one by one with the other students. However, they are all defeated by the teachers, and Cain tries to engage in a mock battle with one of the female teachers, but she tells him that he is not allowed to use offensive magic. This shocks him, and he becomes sad because he always misses out on the mock battles. The teachers inform him that his time has not yet come, and they need to show the students how strong they are first. Cain must prove himself to be worthy, and they assure him that the students will be amazed by his strength once this lesson is over. Cain is very excited because he wants to test what he has learned and show his power. But there are many other students ahead of him, and Cain loses his patience because the teacher made him the last student in the mock combat training. Finally, it's his turn for the mock combat training with his teacher. Cain starts fighting, but suddenly the teacher informs them that the training time is over. This greatly disappoints Cain, and the teacher apologizes for the mistake in time management, promising that they will start from the beginning in the next session. However, they are then informed that there won't be another session and special teachers are summoned for an adventure outside their schedule. Cain becomes very sad and asks the responsible person why, and they explain that they don't have the budget to fix the damages caused by them, which would cost a lot of money. Then that person tells them to thank Claude and the others. Cain starts crying and feeling very upset because he didn't get to fight Claude. At that moment, Claude bids him farewell, which angers Cain. He goes into the forest in a fit of rage and destroys everything in his path, shouting and cursing Claude for deceiving him. He creates a large fireball and hurls it into the sky, causing it to rain down many fireballs that destroy the forest and create a huge crater. The guards witness the explosion and are shocked. They call him the Dark Prince, and the entire army is mobilized to fight him. Everyone is in a state of terror and panic, not knowing that Cain is the one responsible for all this. After the outburst of anger, Cain feels a sense of relief and then teleports away, dropping a handkerchief. The soldiers go to the site of the explosion and are astonished to find a massive crater that they can't cross. We then shift to the king, who informs Cain that he received an urgent message from Garm while returning to Gracia. Garm informs him that the Dark Prince has appeared in the forest, and the forest has been destroyed with rocks raining down like fire. Many large craters have formed in the area. The king asks Cain if he didn't receive a warning from the Great Ones, as he was chosen by them. Cain, shocked by what he has caused, admits that he didn't receive a warning. The king realizes that Cain is hiding something and presses him, causing Cain to apologize and confess that he was the one responsible for the destruction. Suddenly, it is revealed that Aaron is starting to reform because the seal has weakened, and only a small part of his body remains. If he fully reforms, he will destroy the world. This concludes the 10th episode, leaving us to wonder what will happen between Aaron and if Cain will be able to confront him. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to receive updates on new episodes.